Hi YouTube, this is Vidhead85, and I gotta say though, these last few hours from about like 12 has really gotten me a bit depressed because I am now of the opinion that there are no good men out here. I mean, at least all the good men are online, far away, and just I can never get to meet them. That's how I really feel right now. You know, there was a situation where there was this guy who propositioned me, and then he delayed it, and then I'm like, dude, you know, why don't we just forget the whole damn thing, since, you know, you're delaying it all the time or whatever. Like, you know what, I'm turned on, I want to go, and I want to go now. So hey, if that's not going to happen, you know what, just screw it. So, you know, and I kind of started thinking about being celibate, but fuck, I've been celibate for 3 years up until I met my my last relationship, and the only reason I was celibate was to simply escape myself, and I don't want to impose that again. Now, yeah, that could be good for me or whatever, but I feel like, you know what, doing that again would seem like, hey, you remember when you were that awkward kid in high school that, you know, had acne and, you know, braces and, you know, well, I didn't have braces or anything, but, you know, you remember that awkward geek that was in high school where they only wanted you to be around when they had to do schoolwork, but when it came time for everything else, yeah, they didn't even think about you. Well, nothing's changed. That's what that says to me. And, you know, for a lot of points, I really think, you know, maybe celibacy can do me some good, but, you know, I kind of think sometimes I should just take a pair of garden shears and but then again, you know, thinking about all the hotties out there, I would probably just start shearing some bushes or something, and maybe do some topiary to get that out of my system. But you know what, sometimes, where are all the good men? You know, the good men are, you know what, I don't care what straight women say, all the good men are straight, okay? At least the ones I kind of like. You know, there is one straight guy who shall go unnamed, very attractive, you know, looking and everything like that, and I only know him on a friend basis, but of course, you know a different side of someone when you're intimate with him. But, you know, like I said, hey, is there a gay version of you out there, like in a mirror universe, that I can travel to? But, you know, that was of course all in fun. I would never hit on my straight friends because, you know, well, he's probably one of the few straight friends I have. But I would never do that because I know how to leave well enough alone. Unfortunately, my ex-boyfriend doesn't. That was a snipe at him, but hell, he deserved it. Let me move on. So I feel like there are no good men out there. There are no good gay men out there. And if they are, they're probably out of reach where I cannot meet them. You know, there is this one guy that I do like, but I don't think he's even open to a relationship or anything. And a lot of people aren't when they meet someone that they eventually do fall into a relationship with. But I mean, like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know how to proceed with this guy because maybe he's happily single too. Like, there were two guys also that I kind of said, you know what, I really like you, and, you know, I'd like to, like, you know, really start talking, you know, start seeing about, you know, like, feeling each other out. And they're like, I'm happily single. What? Like, for me, that is impossible. Like, that is something where I'm like, you know what, I'm always looking at the exit. Well, I'm not at the exit, but I'm always looking at guys and stuff like that. And I mean, even with a single guy, I'm pretty sure that's how it is. With a single gay man, you know, they're always looking around or whatever. But for me, like, single and happy just don't really make me. They're a contradiction to me. Yeah, I know the more you get used to it, the more you're fine with it or whatever, and, you know, you get to know yourself or whatever, but I don't want to become jaded because I've been single too long. And you know what? I'm actually kind of jaded in the other way. Like, I hated being single. Like, it was like I really hated it to the point where, you know what, like, almost anybody would do. But then again, I knew it. I love myself enough to know that there were some of the guys that I was fooling around with that would never be relationship material, and I knew enough to stay away from them. So as far as the relationship aspect of it, you know, we still blanked around or whatever. But the whole thing is, I really feel as if there are no good men out there. And you know what? You know what? People will say, oh, you'll find the right one. You know what? Just cut it. I don't want to hear that. You know, I want to know if you would have said that to yourself after you got dumped. So let's cut out all the whole, it's going to get better, it's in time. I know that. I just don't want to hear that stuff right now. Like right about now, all I want is that someone to just fall from the sky, and there you go. We start our lives together and we'll live happily ever after. Now, of course, I know that real love isn't that way, but hell, a man could dream. I just really feel almost as if just, where the hell are all the good men? And where am I going to meet them? You know, maybe I think, you know what, I should probably move off to a bigger city or something like that, where I can have that experience and, you know, just have that experience of, you know, different guys that are, you know, secure in themselves, because Buffalo is full of fakes. Buffalo is full of just, like, I swear, sometimes I hate to say that I am from Buffalo. Like, people wonder, oh, wait a minute, where are you from? Are you from the South? I'm like, no, I'm not from the South. I was born and raised here. Really? Like, you seem like a nice little country gentleman, boy. And I feel like that, you know, and I just feel like, you know, what is this? You know, can I be happy and single? Probably, yeah. I just don't want to be the single part of it. I just don't want to be single. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I just don't want to be alone. Well, and there's a difference between being alone and being single, you know. Single is not exactly being alone, but there's just a whole bunch of stuff that I'd just rather not deal with. So, you know what, YouTube, what's your thoughts on, you know, being single? I'm pretty sure some of you have been single for a while. Some of you probably have been partnered for a long time. And you know what? I'm sure that some of my folks that may watch me may be engaged or something like that. And I found that there are a lot of page video views, and, you know, I am making them a bit shorter because I want to retain my audience. But the whole thing for me is I just, you know, I feel like I just don't want to be single. Yeah, that's just it. I don't want to be single. I have, you know, I've been single already. I've been single through high school and college because I was avoiding myself. And you know what, damn it, I'm not doing that anymore. And you know, I know a closeted guy who has a relationship that seems to be more stable than mine of 4 years. What? I'll see you later, YouTube.